Good morning, just about everybody. It's Tuesday. It is the start of a new week because it was a bank holiday yesterday, and it is back to reality today. Christmas is officially over, so it's back to work with you all. It's sad, like I was saying on, I think it was Sunday. It's been a really nice Christmas period because normally the 27th is when you go back to work. The day after Boxing Day is when everything starts going back to normal. But because Christmas Day fell on a Friday, it meant that Boxing Day and the 27th fell over the weekend, and then the Boxing Day bank holiday was moved to the Monday. So we got an extra 2 days off over the Christmas period this year, which was very nice, and I think in 2020 very needed. But it is back to reality today. Chris is back at work, and I have to go back to doing my uni work. In case you haven't noticed, if you've not been watching the vlogs over the past few weeks, uni has been incredibly stressful and depressing for me. I'm really not enjoying my third year at all. The stress is kind of overpowering any fun that I should be having. And last week I gave myself the week off for Christmas, and it was like a massive weight was lifted off my shoulders. It was so nice. It was so good not having to think about uni work. And it's all kind of started to come crashing down over the past couple days. So I'm gonna go easy on myself this week. It's an easy week already because Friday is New Year's Day, so it's also a bank holiday, so I'm not going to be working on the Friday either, and I don't work on weekends unless I absolutely have to. So this week I'm only working today, tomorrow and Thursday, and I think to make it even easier, I'm going to work on stuff. Basically, I have to work on my dissertation. Normally the Christmas break, I don't touch anything until I go back for the second semester, because I normally finish all of my assignments before the Christmas break starts. I tweak it a little bit before I submit it in early January, and then I don't think about uni or do anything uni related until I go back for the second semester. Can't do that in my third and final year because I've got a dissertation to do. So what I'm doing instead is working on that. What I think I'm expected to do based off of the timeline I've been given is work on my literature review, which is the only part of my dissertation that I'm dreading. I don't know what it is. I think it's just every other aspect is really planned out in my head quite clearly, but the literature review for me requires so much extra effort that I just don't have, and I'm just dreading it. I really am. I've been procrastinating doing it for ages. I'm gonna keep procrastinating because I think if I start too heavy, I'm going to burn out before I even start. So I think today I'm going to look at my introduction a bit more, because I've been working on my introduction. It's the only part I've really started typing up for my dissertation. And it's going surprisingly well for an introduction. Normally for my introductions are the hardest part for me, but I've found like a perfect structure thing to follow. And I've been doing that, and it's been working out really well for me, so I want to continue doing that. That's kind of my only job for the day. So I'm going to start on that. I'm going to see how I go and how far I get, and hopefully I will find some inspiration to start doing my literature review tomorrow onwards. Hopefully. Theoretically. I'd like to get my literature review finished as soon as possible, but knowing my lack of engagement recently, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna really struggle. Hopefully I will get into the rhythm and get a big chunks done at a time. That's normally what happens, but I don't know. I've never experienced such severe lack of motivation before, so I don't know. I can't remember when my first classes are either. I'd like to have some time off between my first and second semester, other than the week off I took for Christmas, if I can. But it will depend on how I work over the next couple weeks. Anyways, yeah, I better get started. Come on, study buddy. Back to work. Right, afternoon. It's suddenly very dark. It's because it's cloudy more so than actual darkness. It's just coming up to 2:20. Look at those clouds. Tut tut. On Chris's forecast it says it might snow. Now I'm very skeptical of this. My weather app says that there's warnings of snow, but none actually forecast in our area. It's just like a general warning for the southeast of England that there may be snow. I'm not going to get my hopes up, but it is currently on the table, and that might be why the clouds are like that. This is meant to be over the next week, it's meant to snow. So, maybe. Normally our snow season is more like end of January, February. That's when it normally hits us. But when we were watching home movies the other day, the closest we've had to a white Christmas was like 2005. Around this time after Christmas, it was December after Christmas before New Year's, that it snowed relatively hard, and that's the closest we've come to a white Christmas. We have had snow on Christmas Day, but it was an incredibly light flurry that lasted for like 20 minutes and the ground was wet so it didn't settle, which I imagine is what the snow is going to be for the next couple of days, to be honest, because if you look outside, it's a bit wet and miserable. Not overly wet, but it's damp. Still damp. So I don't have overly high hopes for snow, honestly. Anyways, more important news. I actually finished my dissertation introduction this morning. I know! I have no idea how I did it. I had started it a couple weeks ago. I'd literally only written like a paragraph and a half. And it took me a while to write it because I really just wasn't in the mood. This morning I sat down and I blimmin' finished it. It's 735 words when it's supposed to be around 700. So, yes, did an introduction, it's finished, I'm really proud of it. And I think tomorrow I'm going to have to start my literature review. I've put it off long enough. Today, powering through the introduction for my dissertation and finishing it has been enough motivation for me to start looking over it tomorrow, at least writing it like a paragraph at a time. It's meant to be 2,500 words. So I've got an idea of how I'm going to start it, and that is enough for now to get me going tomorrow. Today though, what the hell was that? Oh, even you woke up to that. What was that noise? Huh? Something just slid down there. Don't even know what it was. Not gonna question it. Could be a monster under my bed. Don't wanna be that white person in the horror movies that dies immediately because they investigate the scary sound. Now I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna catch up on some YouTube because I haven't had. I mean, Chris has been here all the time, and I don't like forcing him to watch random YouTubers' vlogs and stuff like that over the Christmas period. So I need to catch up on a couple of people's vlogs, and I think I'm gonna do that this afternoon when I have my lunch. Huh? Laundry's done. Dissertation intro done. Now it's just cuddle slippers, because she wouldn't cuddle me this morning and I was kind of offended. Good evening everybody, it's a bit later, it's just come up to 7 and we've just been called down for dinner. It's been a pretty chilled out afternoon, had a nice cuddle with my cat after she spent all morning ignoring me. Huh? Very rude. Yeah, I haven't really got up to very much. It's not snowed. I have looked at the forecast, it looks like it might sleet tomorrow evening, but it is at the right temperature for snow. It's starting to get into negatives and zeros Celsius, so in theory it could happen. I'm not getting my hopes up for the snow. What else has happened? Oh yeah, I cut my finger. I actually did this before the last clip and I forgot to mention it, but I'm remembering now because my plaster's falling off. I cut my finger on plastic laundry basket. I'm so pathetic. I don't even know what happened. I was crouching and I lost my balance, and instead of putting my hand on the floor like a normal person, I grabbed the laundry basket and obviously kept falling because the laundry basket weighs nothing, and so I decided to just grip the laundry basket tighter, like right on the edge of the basket. It's not sharp or anything, it's just the edge of the basket that's plastic. So I guess if you push really hard it's sharp, I guess. And I skinned off my finger and I was bleeding. And because I was doing the laundry and didn't want to get blood all over the clothes, I decided to put a plaster on it. But it's made me realise how very pathetic I am in my life right now. Anyway, it's just been going down for dinner. I think we're watching Parasite tonight, which obviously is like a massive movie this year that I've still not seen. Normally I don't see films that come out the year of until like years later, so I'm actually quite excited that we're watching it now. So I'm gonna go do that while we have our dinner this evening. And yeah, it's gonna be our evening. Oh hey little girl. Have you found a spot next to my socks? Stinky feet. You just do not care, do you? No, not at all. Right. Good evening, everybody. It's bedtime. Chris, go to bed. Okay. Okay. We are going to end the vlog here. We just had dinner, watched Parasite. It's good. I enjoyed it. I can see why it won so many awards. I don't know whether I predicted the ending or not. I feel like I did, but not in the way that it happened. I was very, very shocked when suddenly everything started happening. Very dark very quickly, but it was great. I really enjoyed it. Now we're gonna go to bed and sleep. Been a good day. Productive and watched a good movie. Can't really complain. Hopefully this good mood carries over to tomorrow. Fingers crossed, because I've actually got to start my literature review tomorrow, Chris. Eek. Eek. I'm going to do it paragraph by paragraph and hope it takes me somewhere. That's the plan, at least. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night, sleepers. Good night.